Hello guys, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat Mobile video. Guys, I asked you in the community part of YouTube that I wanted to know actually which is the part of my channel that you enjoyed the most, and majority of you voted for the character reviews. I couldn't agree more actually, because back in the days when I started this, I was the only YouTuber doing character reviews in such fashion, let's go this way. Nowadays also Casey Mobile Gaming is doing such type of reviews, which is good because you can see different points of view. But what you need to know about those reviews, guys, is that they're extremely time consuming. It's like doing one review can literally take up to 6 or 7 hours. It feels like a day in the office, me recording, then editing and stuff, so it's really a lot of time. This is the reason why I cannot really produce more than 2, and that absolutely tops 2, otherwise I will burn out, really I will burn out. So starting from next week I will keep on doing reviews, but probably once a week. I have Quan Chi recorded, I have Stunt Double Johnny Cage recorded, so you're going to get a lot of stuff next week. But before we get there, a lot of you asked me 2 things. First thing is, how do I know that a character has a passive? Which says, for example, plus 30% attack for all Spec Ops characters, or plus 30% attack for all Outworld characters. How do I know that the passive is not calculated in his or her attack? In order to guarantee that this is the case, I am checking this, guys, because you can currently see with Sonya, Sun God Kotal Kahn and another character in battle mode. Reason being, Sonya and Sun God Kotal Kahn, they have similar stats, though at the moment I can, with feats of strength bonuses, with all kind of support cards, I cannot really find 2 characters with exactly the same stats of attack, but those 2 guys, Sonya and Kotal Kahn, had very close. We're talking about difference of like 60 or 70 attack, really tiny difference. And as we can see, the basic damage they're doing is extremely close. I would say that it's almost identical. Once again, it is not identical because their attack values do not really match. So you can see, guys, that if a character has similar attack to another character, the damage they're doing with basic attacks, probably also with special attacks, but I didn't want to do special attacks because they rely on mini games and stuff, so it's getting more complicated. I want to compare the damage based on their basic attacks, and as once again I stated before, the basic attack damage of Sun God Kotal Kahn and Demolition Sonya is almost the same, very close. Now, what I'm going to do is, I am going to bring in another character that has higher attack than Sun God Kotal Kahn and Sonya, and this is Warlock Quan Chi. As you can currently see, his attack is higher, therefore his basic attack should be doing more damage, right? If the case with the passive is not true, if the passive is already pre-calculating the attack score, then a character with higher score than Sonya and Sun God Kotal Kahn will be doing more damage. However, as you are seeing now, guys, this is not the case. Quan Chi is doing less damage of his basic attacks compared to Sonya and Sun God Kotal Kahn, even though Quan Chi has more attack. This is the reason why I'm convinced that the 30% attack is not calculated in the base attack of those characters. So in a way, Sonya and Sun God Kotal Kahn and Ninjutsu Scorpion have much higher attack than the one written on their card, because their passive works also on them. However, it is not pre-calculated. With that question answered, now I'm going to answer a separate question that you guys asked me a lot. And this question is the passive of Jackie, High-Tech Jackie, finally fixed? You know, I did a review on her and I figured out that her passive doesn't work. It doesn't do anything, literally anything. You can put her in a team with other 2 Spec Ops characters and their power generation won't be affected whatsoever, at all. So in order to test this, I did 2 games in battle mode again, with Demolition Sonya and without with Jackie in the first game. And you can see I am doing 3 hits plus a combo ender, 3 clean hits plus a combo ender at the beginning of the game. I'm going to freeze it right now. I'm going to show you another footage of another game where I have Jackie on my team and again I have Sonya. I'm doing the same thing, 3 plus combo ender. Again, no blocking, nothing. And now you can see, guys, if I compare them both, what is going to happen, guys. Unfortunately, the passive of High-Tech Jackie is still not working, so in a way, This girl doesn't have a passive, and this is really sad because I even raised a ticket about it. I explained to them in details. You can test it so easy. I even said to them how to test it in the ticket. I described it thoroughly. And what did they do? Nothing. And the thing is, I don't remember the date when I did the review, but it was something like 6 months ago or even more. And after so much time, they didn't do anything. Like nothing. The passive is still not functional. This passive is non-existent. We have a character, probably the worst character now, because we have literally a character that has no passive, and it's a challenge gold character. So people have to play games. In Elder mode, they have to play a lot of games in order to get one copy of this character who doesn't have any passive. And that's really sad. I'm afraid to test Ravenous Melina, but to be honest, I already know what the answer is probably. The special 2 is still not unblockable. Probably they haven't fixed this bug, if it is a bug and not a nerf, but as you know, they never tell you what's happening, so how can I possibly know? That's really sad, guys, but it is what it is, as I often say. The facts remain that, first of all, we established that if a character is boosting the attack of other characters, he actually boosts himself. If it is set, for example, for all Spec Ops characters in this character Spec Ops, which is logical, if this is the case, then this character is going to boost his attack, and this is not included in the numbers you are seeing in his or in her card. We already established that. So definitely Demolition Sonya, Sun God Kotal Kahn, and Jitsu Scorpion have much higher attacks compared to the ones that you are seeing on their cards. And also, unfortunately for High Tech Jackie, she has a passive on paper, but this passive doesn't work at all, so in a way she doesn't have any passive, which officially makes her the worst challenge character in the game, even though she has, I would say, pretty useful buffs and debuffs on her special attacks. Still, I don't want to play a character without passive. Honestly, I don't, because it doesn't add any value to any team. I mean, she can only get support from other characters, but she cannot support anybody, which is sad. Really sad. I believe they have to buff her passive step by step, guys. First they have to make it work, and then they have to buff it. Instead of 20%, let's do it 25. I believe it's going to be a good buff, because nobody plays this character, like nobody. I don't know whether the reason is because her passive doesn't work, I doubt it. It's just not appealing to the players. They have to make High Tech Jackie better. Okay guys, this is going to be all for me for today. I promise that in the next days I'm going to start working on the character reviews, as I said in the community post, because once again they take a lot of time and I cannot really do a lot of them per week. See you next time, guys. Take care and stay safe.
Perfect. Perfect.